These are some exciting times for Universal theme park fans. So much work has been going on to improve the existing parks, plus a new theme park is being constructed just a few miles from Universal Orlando Resort. We will go over updates related to Epic Universe, Minions Land, and the Kids Zone. Thanks to BioReconstruct on Twitter, we can get a good look at the construction. Epic Universe is to open in 2025, and it has 4 lands plus a central hub which will have rides, restaurants, and retail stores. The first land we'll look at is the Dark Universe, based on the Universal Classic monsters. The portal into land will have a tall beacon on it, possibly themed as an electrical tower, like the one seen in the Bride of Frankenstein film. They have been hard at work creating the portal to land. We can see it taking shape with what looks like rock work around the portal. The land will be themed to a village, possibly to be done in an old European design. Here are the pictures of progress so far on the village. Dark Universe will feature 2 restaurants, an indoor attraction, a roller coaster, and a retail shop. The smaller of the 2 restaurants will feature a windmill on top from the original Frankenstein film. The windmill could also have a fire effect. The manor, which will be the land's main attraction and completely indoors, the outside has been rumored to be inspired by the Chateau Miranda in Belgium. Currently, they are working on the clock tower seen here. This attraction might use the Kuka Arm ride system, which is the same used in Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride. The second attraction in land is a family-friendly spinning roller coaster from Mock Rides. Looks like they've completed placing all the tracks. Now work is being done to finish the theming elements that are around the tracks. It is believed to be themed to the werewolf. The name Curse of the Werewolf was trademarked back in March and might be what this family coaster will be used for. The next land we'll look at is the How to Train Your Dragon land. This land will be themed to the Isle of Berk. Work has continued on the 2 large statues near the entrance to the land. They started by painting the dragon, which has received another coat of paint. The paint started out like the colors on the Viking statue. I was worried by the brightness of the colors when it was first visible on the dragon, but now I see that it was just the start of the coloring scheme. It looks much better having some darker tones. The Viking statue so far has only received its first layer of paint. When it's all finished, they should look more like this. The main attraction of the land will be the Still roller coaster, which goes throughout the land. It is primarily an outdoor coaster, with just a few moments inside some show buildings. Track for this ride seem to be complete. Now the focus is to work on the show buildings. As you can see, they have placed some white forms on top of the track to protect it from damage as they work to build around the track. Part of the track will pass below the lagoon water level, as seen here. Currently, they are working on the first launch show building, plus the dual load station is seen here, and work is being done to build a wood frame around it. Here you can see more wood framing has been added, plus more being staged to completely enclose the station. The Great Hall has been enclosed. This will be the land's restaurant, themed to look like the Great Hall from the movie. Next to it, they are working on framing for the exit retail location. The stage show for How to Train Your Dragon is still visible and has yet to be covered. Some speculate that this show could be untrainable after the show found at Universal Beijing. Now, let's head to the Wizarding World. It's believed that this land will be themed to the streets of Paris and Place Cachet, as seen in the Fantastic Beasts movies, although the ride is rumored to be set in the British Ministry of Magic. In this picture, we can see that they have added an exterior board to a facade at the end of the streets of Paris. Here they're working on the steps to nowhere that could possibly have Le Basilique du Sacré-Cœur de Montmartre set in the foreground. They recently added a tower behind the steps of nowhere that could be part of the basilica. Plus, stud and window outlines are being added to the facade in the courtyard. Here's how far they've come on work for the portal entrance in the land, with the art behind it as seen on the streets of Paris from the Fantastic Beasts films. When they made the Fantastic Beasts films, they had to build the streets of Paris from the ground up. So recreating those streets in Epic Universe could be a simple recreation of what they already accomplished for the films. Now let's take a look at Super Nintendo World. The portal into land is taking shape. You can see the escalator that's being built to get into land. Super Nintendo World will have multiple levels just like the one in Japan. construction is really far. Here you can see they have walls around the land to completely close it off from the rest of the park. This land will open with 3 rides. One of them will be the Donkey Kong roller coaster built with a fake track to give the illusion of jumping over sections of the ride, which will look like the track ends. The real track is the one that's sideways. Here you can see the inside of the show building at the first drop of the ride. Part of the track will skim over water to possibly make a splash. See here, you can see the indoor show buildings under construction. In the central hub, there will be an attraction in the center of the land which most likely will be called Constellation Carousel. This name has been trademarked by Universal. This is rumored to be a family spinner attraction that will include some water elements. The most recent work has been to add the framing around it to create the dome shape like what is seen in the concept art. The other attraction that will be part of the central hub is what's being called Starfall Racers. This is a dueling roller coaster, possibly to pay homage to the dueling coaster Dragon Challenge that was once in Islands of Adventure. They have now finished installing the highest point of the track with still more to be installed. This coaster will travel throughout the park. The last development we'll talk about with Epic Universe is the hotels. One hotel will be inside the park and they have already built the lobby area. Now they have started on the next level. The building behind it will be for parking. Now let's look at the 2 buildings outside the park not too far away. One has seen lots of progress and now they are starting to dig out the pool. They also have some lattice work over the windows, which could be where they will add some theming for the hotel. Its sister hotel has just started to see some progress. Now, let's go over to Universal Studios where the Minion Land is getting the final touches of paint. You can see a mobile order sign next to the brightly colored awning, which I think is where the freeze ray pops will be. Then there's a facade for the Bank of Evil next to a mobile order window. They started out painting it gray and now there's some yellow that's recently been added. It will eventually look like this. We can also see some work being done on the Illumination Theater. This is where they will have meet and greets with characters from various Illumination films such as Sing. They've also finished this cute mural of Minions on the facade of the building. Some time ago, walls were placed around this stand across from the Minions Land. Looks like they are building an addition to the structure. The Pop Banana stand looks to be complete with the surrounding areas and cafe still not finished. The last update we'll look at is the Kid Zone. You can see why they have diverted the entrance to E.T. Adventure. Lots of work going on in front of the shop and ride. They have torn out all the pavement in front of the store and the entrance to the ride. This will probably be their main focus to finish first so they can open that back up. Next to it, work has begun at the old Fievel's Playland area. This could be the beginning of a wall to divide this area from E.T.'s Adventure. It looks like this is just the start of the concrete. You can see rebar sticking out of the concrete for more to be poured at a future date. They have also started to put up walls in front of E.T.'s closet. I'm not sure what that will be, but it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. So far, not much has changed with Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster. The red and blue colors remain, but the themed fencing has been taken down as well as the signs for the ride. Here's what it used to look like. Well, that's it for our look at the updates at Universal Studios and Epic Universe. What land are you most excited for? Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.